Hello everyone. Alright, so let's get this started. So I have downloaded this multitrack, and the first thing I need to do is to go to where the files are in my folder and check their sample rate. You don't want to be jumping in between sample rates all the time. So this is in 44.1 and 16 bits. So to upsample this, let me show the screen, by the way. So once again, I was saying you go to your download folder, and there you got all the files that the client sent, multitracks and everything. And the first thing you do is to check out the sample rate. Why do you do that? Because you don't want to be jumping in between sample rates. The process of converting a file from a sample rate and a bit depth to another, it can hinder the quality of the audio file. So I recommend just to, see it as stretching and contracting a language, kind of like changing the format of a document of text, like in such an aggressive way that it just changes the way it fits with itself. So it's just not presented exactly 100% in the same way as it's supposed to be. So that being said, I will create a session in 44.1 and 16-bit. And so what's the name of this session gonna be? Let's put it, I have a folder here where I have already music from let me see the folder. Well, all right, let me just save it in another folder for now. Yeah, here it is. So great. So here it is. Let me see how large is this file. So this is a whole file migration moment. Like it's like you have to add that project was in a external hard drive, and let's bring it back here to it's 6 gigabytes. I have there 15 available. I think that's going to be enough, but I'm going to have to clear some. So all right, let's bring the Mitya Kokorin back here, and we have that session that we were doing maybe kind of like a year ago. So the backstory is that we're going to continue mixing and release that, and that the songs have been delivered to me slowly, like with a month or so. No, well, with a 9-month gap in between, something like that. And so what has happened as well is that I have learned a lot in the process. So most likely I'm gonna start the whole mix from zero instead of using anything of what I did last time, and then consider what we do with the other song, because I just have a lot of new tools and new techniques that I learned. So let's see, I'm in the mood of starting a mix from very, very zero. So I'm just waiting for this copying to happen, because I'm bringing the old projects to the hard drive. And I also have the downloads, which are here, because I'm deciding where am I going to save this, right? So I have the downloads. Let me open a new Finder window. I have the downloads here, and these are the audio files that the client that Mitya sent me. So you see they are in 44.1 16-bit. So better to create my session in 44.1 and 16-bit. So now that I have finished the copying here, so let's do this. Song 1. So all right, let's go here and save this session in the storage folder, music, active, Mitya Kokorin. Now we make a new folder here called song 2, and we save it here. So let's continue the same kind of format I had in the previous one. Let me just put this, create an old folder here to not get confused later, and go to the latest mix. So yeah, and that's great. And then I was calling it, okay, so let's rename this one to be 01. I will ask Mitya to give me the names of the songs later, and I will start naming them correctly. So let's call the second one. Let's call the second one here. We're gonna save it here, called Mitya Kokorin. But let's call it 02. So 44.1 16-bit. Copy it here. Great. So we're heading to the folder now. Great, and I have a Pro Tools project ready to go. So let's just copy all this data that we have here in the downloads folder. So first I'm going to check in Pro Tools preferences that it is for certain selected that automatically copy files on import, convert all files to session format. So great, Pro Tools is going to copy into its own folder, audio file folder, all the elements. So let's start with the drums. So I am thinking that, well, by the way, I need to know the BPM. Let me see if it's written in the folder or not. Let me write to Mitya this question. So yeah, just ask for the BPM. So yeah, I'm gonna get the BPM in a second. All right, so I have copied the drums tracks. So now let's grab all of these guys and color them green because I have added them already. Great. Then for me, I guess that I'm now deciding like what to do, if to use. Yeah, I think that for the sake of my rest, I'm going to use a session I've been developing a lot, but I will explain it very thoroughly. I'll use as a base and as a basic, setup for my mix. Mix I have been developing for quite a bit, so it's from this song. Let's use this Appetite. It's a song I've been mixing for a client that has also not really recorded drums, so I'm gonna use it as a base as a basic shablon or template for this. So great, but I'm now deciding maybe I'll grab the You'll Never Know 17 is the one I did last night. I was working until 1 AM on this session, so it's gonna help me just to be faster in the whole process, because I don't want to be making routing for hours. So you see, Pro Tools, I'm going to another session, You'll Never Know Mix 17, Then I'm going to import session data of all of this stuff, all of this stuff here, and I will not bring audio files, just data. So that would help me to accelerate the process of getting all my plugins, my routing. It's all what I need, it's here, and I will explain it slowly. So okay, I have like some kick tracks that go to my drums bus. I have snare tracks, yeah, like, I mean, two tracks that combine into one. I have a reverb there. For the snare I have toms like processed here, and everywhere you see I have neutron, isotope neutron plugins, which will help me to do my visualization, my visual matrix. You will see it later. That's really important part of my new mixing style. So okay, I got the message that the tempo is 90.86. So let's put it right away. I like this kind of tempos, so let's just grab it. Yes, 90.86. Done. Okay, let me ask. 94.86. Got it. Fixing it here. 94.86. Got it. Okay. Tell me one more question, bro. One more question, bratan. Can you tell me one name of the... Okay. So let me just listen to this one moment here, just to be sure of some stuff. Wait, let me connect it so you guys can hear it too. I think that perhaps it is wiser to, well, let's see how this feels with my new setup. Let's just do that. Let's see how it feels with my new setup. Because yeah, it's my newest technology. If something, I will try the other setup. So I'm just loading here the tracks. Kick out. Here is kick. There are two kicks. So great. Let's just duplicate this guy. Yeah, move all of this like that. And let's create a kick bus so we can save processing. And let's output this to the correct bus, to drums 1. Great. And let's color this in the correct colors. So buses for me are black. Okay, great. And okay, great. So kick sub. There is also a kick sub. All right, great. So now I'm already on my way to create my kick bus. Let me just leave this here. Okay, great. So I got the kick tracks ready. Now I got the snare tracks ready. So I need one more kick track for the sub. So let's duplicate this. for the kick sub. Okay, great. Now snare, I have top and bottom. So snare top. And snare bottom. Hi-hat already put in place, overheads. Okay, I hear a little bit of crying from my baby upstairs, so I'm gonna go and check out if everything is fine. So just a sec. Okay, I'm back. So everything seems to be great. No toms, I see. Did I copy everything? Let's have a look. I don't see toms, so I'm just gonna check. Yeah, there are no toms. I guess that this is how the song is, but let me know. There, quick question here. I see no toms in the drum tracks. Is this correct? Yeah, it's coming, the answer. Thank you. No toms. Yeah. Okay, great. So let's delete this and get rid of all the tom tracks. So I got my drums there. Now let's continue with all the bureaucratical stuff. So mixing prep session. I have imported all drum tracks. Now in my logics, what follow is the bass. So I'm using You'll Never Know as a basic. Bass line, bass mic, and bass. So let's bring it in. And let's see, what do we got here? We got a bass track that I guess there are two bass tracks and they are in stereo. So let's just add two stereo tracks here and drop the bass and the bass end. Okay, these guys are mono tracks, so let's just send this to the bus called bass. Great, and let's rename this to bass guitar. And let's reset this automation. Wait. Let's reset this automation point to go to 0. Okay, so I have bass 0, 0, bass end. And let's paint them in the right color for me. This is a purple because they are DIs. DI tracks. So great. Now drums are there, bass is here now. So let's go to the next element in our multi-track. Let's color this green because we imported it. So for me, what I will pay attention next are guitars. So I have guitars, all of these. So let's create 1, 2, well, how many? 5 I have selected. 5 stereo tracks. And let's send this to a track. Actually, let's not send them anywhere yet. Let's import, let's bring that data in. And after we bring that data in, yeah, he's grabbing all those files. After we bring that data in, let's go and import session data from you'll never know 17. So what do I got here? Let's see, what do I got on the guitars? Yeah, this is great. I got everything I need. I'm just gonna bring some tracks here. Yeah, I remember this is an error there in how I named it, but these are all guitars. Yeah, that's it. I can delete this. So far there is no percussion. So this guy, this was an error from my previous session. Let's call it guitar 1. And let's call this guitar 1. Great. So I always make a pyramid, right, and organize things in this order. And there is this glitch thing here that goes in the intro, right? Okay, great. Now, I don't have any special processing here. How many things I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One of them seems to be acoustic. Let's process the acoustic separate. Okay, the other one seems to be a solo and the other one a guitar ambient. So I have a feeling that the best and smartest way to treat all of this is to treat each guitar individually. So what do I mean by this is, like, I'm gonna make full processing on each one of those tracks. They become an output track at end of the chain trap. Wait, by the way, let me see something. Just give me a sec. Let me sort out the monitoring of my voice a bit differently, because I don't know if you guys hear the double voice, but I hear the double voice. Like, it's like there is some zadержка and it drives me nuts. So let me just go through Pro Tools. So I'm gonna go into Pro Tools. Hey, I'm inside Pro Tools now. Let me just delete this connection. So now I'm inside Pro Tools. Hello. And so I was saying that each one of these guitar tracks are going to be individual outputs. So let's send 2 of them to 5 and 6. And let's send them. Let's just do it like 5, 6. Yeah, all of the electric guitars to 5, 6, and then the acoustic guitars to 7 and 8. Now I need to copy this here. Yeah, I'm not using that, just the neutron. The neutron and the relay. These are all part of my mixing strategy. So neutron it's a channel strip, and relay would be kind of like a monitoring and final levels plugin. So just so I can transpose the whole gain structure of the mix easily. And neutron is a channel strip. like a really cool channel strip that it connects to something called the visual matrix that I will show you later. So this one is guitar ambient. Then I have another neutron and another relay, and this one is guitar solo. And then I have, this is guitar solo 1. Let's just name all my tracks correctly. Guitar solo 2. And then I have guitar glitch. And I put a 3 there, so it indicates me that it's kind of guitar 3. And now, because I'm not gonna use bass for guitars here, maybe, wait, let me think about, no, yeah, I'm not gonna use a bass for guitars here. I'm gonna treat them all as main outputs, but maybe to save some processing, what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna put the glitch here, because there is no information here, so I don't have to put the processing in this track. There is nothing else, just that. And then I can save myself some computing power. So delete that stuff. Great. So now I have just these tracks here, and I will not use this bass anymore. So they go all to output 5 and 6, and I need to complete. I need a neutron and a relay, a neutron and a relay. And this one is acoustic guitar. Let me see, what do I have from the previous session that I'm using as a bass, as a basic for everything. So let's go to You'll Never Know, and I have some acoustic guitars here. Let me just use that as a basic processing. Guitar E and acoustic mono audio, mono audio, mono audio, mono audio, stereo, auxiliary. Okay, let's go. So great. So then I'm gonna treat this guy as a bass, like as a final output, and let's just put the processing that I have chosen for the acoustic guitars for that song and take it as a starting point. Hey, let me put my neutron here. Just a moment. Okay. So, спасибо. Спасибо огромное. Так, есть это тоже. Спасибо. Okay. So, let's just change these outputs and make sure that I end with a neutron and a relay. Great. So I can delete these guys. Awesome. So I have copied the acoustic guitars bits. Great. Now the next stuff will be trumpets. No, I'm gonna go to there is electro drums. So that would have been smart to load it before, because I missed that. So making active this stuff. And let's go to the percussions, bass, and here it should be here, drums. So I do have some percussion processing there in You'll Never Know. So it's some basic perk. Here you go, percussion stereo auxiliary. Wait, here it is, this one, mono audio and stereo auxiliary. So great. This is what I'm gonna do, is that I'm gonna take now and import, no, create how many tracks I need. I need 5 again. So let's do 5 stereo audio tracks, go. And let's route all of this to the bus called percussion, which is the same as this track that is here. So to make our lives easier in Pro Tools, if you select this one, it will show you where it is in your list of buses. So boom, we go to percussion. I can delete this track, and let's drag and drop those files here. Great. So let's color this green. Awesome. And let's go. That's electro drums are copied already. So I can also put a green on the folder And that would be pretty sick. Great. So let's carry on here. I have all those guitars. I don't, this Arcadia, I think I'll check it last. Trumpet, Poly 6, piano. So in my priority next would come the pianos. Like I have acoustic instruments, and let me just rename this so I don't get lost later. So here's the clap electric. Wait, I just want to copy this name and change it here. I think I'll be faster just changing the names, writing it. Clap electric, kick electric, rim electric. What else do I got? Electro snare rolls. Electro snare rolls and snare loop. Snare loop. I didn't put the color I want, the name I want, or snare loop, and great. So this is my they all go to my percussion bus, and they should be orangey. That's my color for percussions, like orange tones. So I changed the colors of all of them so I can easier see them as I'm moving around the session. Check. Okay, that's right. That's all right. And they go to the percussion output to the console. Let's bring it down to 0 again, and let's make it all inactive, because right now I'm just adding tracks. The guitars, I can make them all inactive now. So what's next would be the piano. Yeah. And then I'll go to synths after that. So let's go. So I need how many? 1, 2, 3 tracks, 3 stereo tracks. And they will be, wait, so let's add 2 more stereo tracks. Great, so let's drop these files, right, left, and piano end. Okay, so piano left, piano right, piano, and so I think I also will treat them like individual bosses and process them separately, and they're gonna go to the output 9 and 10 to my Rupert Neve console. By the way, speaking of Rupert Neve, extreme sadness to hear about the passing of this genius and of this super important person in the history of contemporary music. We all who are in the trade owe to this man so much, and my biggest respects, condolences and love to the family, and my biggest respect to this intellect who changed the history of music production and sound engineering like nobody, or one of the greatest of our times. Sadly, he died yesterday, Mr. Rupert Neve. Thank you very much. I carry your equipment. You can see it there. I carry your equipment with pride, and thank you very much for the amazing sound you have let us discover. Go, Rupert Neve. So yeah, let's go. Let's carry on. All right, so I'm gonna load here a neutron 3. Actually, let's do it in roll like this, and it would be faster. Isotope neutron 3. And then let's roll it like, oh, I don't want to do that. Let's roll it like this. Output isotope relay. Great. So I have an isotope ozone and isotope relay. Sorry, neutron and relay going out there. So these are the pianos. I guess that each one of them will get more processing later, but I'll add it when I get there. So let's paint them yellow because they are outputs to the console 9 and 10. So let's make this inactive. And what comes next? I have copied already the piano tracks. Awesome. Now there is pulse. Let's load synths now, like pulse, polysix, and pad. So I need to add 3 stereo tracks, stereo audio tracks, and these ones will be synths. So let's process them. No, again, they are also gonna be straight outputs. Like really, it's gonna be the best way to go. So let's just load on them some isotope neutron 3 stereo, and let's load on them some. Actually, let me name them first, so I make sure that the name gets stuck in the label of the isotope. That's important. You will see for why later. So pulse 74, polysix. I have copied these 2 already, and then pad. Yeah, so this one is pulse 74. This one is poly 6, and this one is pad. So they will be outputs to the console. They will go in 11 and 12, because the previous one are going 9 and 10. And so let's yellow them, and then let's load on the bottom here neutron 3 and a relay. Great, that's done. I got it. I got some information here that Pulse 74 is not a synth, but is the reference track that we can use for the sound. So that's great news. Let's just send that to output 29 and 30, which is my reference track output. Yeah, and let's color it in some sort of purplish way there. And I'm gonna write here reference track. Great. So I have these 2 synths. Let's make them inactive. Awesome. And let's go pad. It's already added. Great. Now let's see. Then I have the trumpets and Arcadia. So Arcadia, is it a synth? Can you tell me what Arcadia is, please? Meanwhile, I'll load here Arcadia. And let's no insert here. No insert here, and then re-add it. It's because of the naming of the track. And Arcadia is a synth. Great. That's what I thought. So isotope neutron 3 and isotope. Yeah, and isotope relay. Great. So, and they go to 11, 12. Let's copy the files. Great. Arcadia. Wait. Maybe it's a mono track. No, it isn't. Wait, my Pro Tools was giving me a message, so he couldn't copy stuff. Okay, great. So that's the synth. I have another one. So I guess that this guy in my order of things would go here. The first synth that appears, then the second one leads with this one. Great. So here are my synths. Let me just write me here. I'm gonna see, do I have another layer of yellow that I could use, perhaps, like, yeah, I guess something like this. Yeah, just so I can have some differentiation there. Piano and then synths. Okay, great. So I have copied the Arcadia. Excellent. Now let's bring the trumpets in. So 2 stereo tracks. Yeah. And let's send them. Well, let me first bring the files to see. There's dry and processed. Okay, I see. Cool. So then, yeah, let's make a new auxiliary track that we're gonna call trump. So we have trump dry and trump effects. So let's color them like this, and this is gonna get a neutron, isotope neutron, and an isotope relay. Great. And this guy now, this trumpet is yellow because it's an output to the Neve, and the output goes to 15 and 16, or 13 and 14. Where were the previous one? Yeah, 13 and 14, the trumpets. So they will get mixed inside the Neve. Great. Awesome. So next off would be voice. So wow, okay, I have a lot of vocals here. So let's go. Let me save it. So how many tracks do I need to add here? So I need to add 10 tracks. All right, so let's add 10 stereo tracks. And let's go and think about this. All right, let's load the tracks first and then think how I'm going to group them, or what am I gonna do with this. Because yeah, I think I'm going to just again treat them all like individual entities instead of grouping them in any. Maybe for example these ones I can group. No, because I need to be able to pan them independently. So I'm going to have to treat them all like individual standalone elements without grouping. Okay, seems like this one is the lead vocals. This is a double for the lead. Great. And this is Vox low down here. And then I have this backing. Okay, I have dried and processed. I see. So let's make a new track here that we're gonna call Vox back. And this one is gonna be yellow together with this one and this one and this one and this one. So these all are yellows because they are outputs to the Neve. So this one is Vox, this one is Vox double, this one is Vox low, let's get it right. This one is Vox low, this one is Vox intro glitch. Actually, let's put it on the top here, I guess. No, well, I like my lead vocals to be on the top, but then I can put this. No, these are the doubles. Yeah, I like this order. This one is Vox intro. Okay, and the vocals are gonna come to 15 and 16. So let me just route it there to output 15 and 16. So, okay, these are box. So what am I gonna do with them? All right, so everybody who is a yellow one, let me see, mumble processing. Okay, so I think mumbles deserve to go higher here. Yeah, and they need to be grouped in a box mumble. Why? Because they are the same signal but dry and processed. So why should I waste individual processing power for that? I just need to regulate the wet or dry signal ratio. So okay, box mumble dry, box box mumble effects. Awesome. So for me, vocals are kind of brownish as well, like this. So this one is Vox back dry and Vox back pros. And then there are these box little niblets here. Let's group them into one. And let's call this Vox Kusocheks. So this can be all. So now all this Vox here that I just created will go to the output 15 and 16 on my Neve console. Great. So they will arrive to here. You're gonna see my hand coming here to the real analog space where the mix happens. Awesome. Okay, so that it's the whole routing, basic routing. Let me send this to 15 and 16. Let's triple check that I copied all the tracks in and that I haven't fucked it up. All right, so I was writing something to my wife, just checking on my son, everything great. So all cool here. I have all the files there, everything is in, super cool. Now, the next step is to import my router. So what is my router? It's my mix bus processing. So let's do that. Let's import session data. Let's take it from here, from You'll Never Know as well. And because I was working on that last night till 3 a.m. or something, so I have developed this processing chain and thought deeply about it. But let's make inactive all the processing that I have created there, and let's slowly adapt it to the new mix that I'm creating here. Now, what I really care about is my visual mixer, which is gonna kick ass once it's all running. So let me switch off everything here. Great. And now let's see all the yellow guys. Box mumble, box back, and box kusovcheks. All of you get a nectar, isotope nectar in the end. It's special for vocals. It's a channel strip that it's special for vocals. And then an isotope relay. Great. So that's pretty cool. And they all go out to the Neve. You see all these yellow tracks go out to the Neve. And then this router is an auxiliary that inputs from the output of the Neve. Here are my fingers. Hey, this sound goes into the sound card back. So I receive it here in input 3132. And these are my plugins, basic plugins. And then you will see what the hell is this, that it's a beautiful thing. We will make a great, open, super spacious, cool mix. So I'm gonna switch everything off right now. Actually, I shouldn't have done that. The opposite. I want to switch everything on because I want to make sure that my visual mixing matrix is correct. So I'm gonna save it like this. And let's go select every single plugin that it's here, every single track, and make it active. Whoa! So now it's gonna happen. It's happening. It's making all active. So yeah, it's gonna come in here. All right, great. So now everything is active. And now what I need to do is that I want my visual matrix to be working really great. So I want to reset everything on my visual matrix. So everything is on 0, 0. Let's just switch everything off here. And I'm going to name, you see the names are kind of off now, like it's not clear who is who. It's a glitch of how this plugin works, sadly, because I mean this plugin is amazing. I absolutely love this program, but I'm gonna switch everything off. You will see why. Everything will make sense. These are all things that we're gonna place on our XY space, but we have all these tracks here to control. So I like always to start from nothingness, so I can understand what the hell is going on little by little. So that's a good trick. Always neutralize everything and bring it to 0. Awesome. So now let's make sure, let's see where we fall apart, and that's easier because I have already some things correctly named. Kick, snare, the second snare, hi-hat, overhead, rooms are great. Then let's go to see what's up with the percussions. So what I need to do is okay, what was the name of this relay? This is good. This is how it should be called, like 50. Let's actually use this like 70 range. All right, and all of you guys go, you guys are number 8, so number 9. Yeah, no, this is not how the percussions are gonna work, really. I'm not gonna group them like this, man. Not at all. I'm going to really just, that's the smart thing to do, really. I'm going to treat them individually, of course. They're gonna be super important, and it's good that we can pan them and move them around individually. So let's grab all of these guys. They're gonna become individual entities. So neutron, let's load a neutron 3, and let's load a relay. Wait, let's load a relay here on the bottom. So great. Yeah, I decided to treat these guys individually so I can pan them how I want. So let's just color them here like greenish. It's my indication for second kind of outputs. Yeah, man, and let's just send them straight to output 1 and 2. That's gonna be better to treat each one of them as an individual entity, because there is a lot of stuff going on there, I'm sure. So let's delete this. Great. All right, so now my last track here on the neutron visual mixer, my last track here was 8. So let's go here and see what was my last track here. Like I need to call it 9. And carry on like that, so my order in my visual mixer is correct. Now, what is this relay? This goes to the 71. These are bosses, like main outputs. It's just like a bureaucratical thing. I have to, I do have a reason for all of this. So this one is going to be 72. This one is going to be 73. This is so my visual matrix is well organized. 74 and 75, the relays. 75. And then the neutrons need to be called like 9. All of this will make sense in a second. 9, 10, 10. And this one, it really is gonna be clap electronic. Clap. 10, 11. 11 will be the next one. 12. 13. Let me see something. Let me activate track numbers. I'm thinking about how to make this. I always have been thinking on how to make this faster, this process, but it's about the way the interface of neutron works. So and relay. So okay, 13. Now the next one should be 14 base, and relay should be something like 76. And then guitar ambient. This one was, so this one was 14, so I go 15 now. This is guitar ambient. 16 guitar solo. 15, 16, 17 percussion. No, this is guitar solo 2. They just copy the names from when you copy it. It copies the names. It's really annoying. It has some things to be improved. Solo 2. The interface of naming and stuff. It should just grab the name of the track like by default, but it doesn't. So you need to be checking like that the actual numbering is correct. Like 17 guitar solo, 18 would be acoustic, right? Great. So now let me show you what's going on. Is that in the virtual mixing? So I have, you see, kick, snare, hi-hat, overhead room, kit, electronic. Now I have the percussions. Then I have the bass, then I have the guitars, acoustic, and now let's carry on. What's going on further down? So, pianos. So, pianos are wrongly named because I copied, you see. Oh, well, no, it's great. Piano is correct. Acoustic was what? Neutron, 18. Ah, by the way, I don't feel I renamed the relays for... So the relay of bass guitar was 76, so it starts on 77. 77, and this one is guitar ambient. And next relay will be 78, guitar solo. Guitar solo 1. Great, 78, 79. Guitar solo 2 and 80 guitar acoustic. Okay, so now pianos continue after the number in the neutron, after the number 19. So 19. 19 piano. Let's do all the neutrons first of the piano. 19, 20, 21, 19, 20, 21. Yeah, so that's it. It's 3 pianos. Yeah, great. 19, 20, 21. And then the relay continue from 81. So 81. 81, 82, 83, 'Great. So now we go to synths. So we stopped here on 21 and we continue here on 22, 23, 24 will be pad. Oh, no. Here, 24 will be pad. And now let's see on the synth side of things, the relays. So the previous one on the piano was 83, so I start from 84. 84. Wait, Arcadia is 84. Poly 6 is 85. And pad is 86. So great. Then I have trumpets. Should be, let's see, 25 trumpets. 25 trumpets, and the relay side of things, it should be 87. So 87 trump. Then vocals. Okay, so what do we got here? Oh, great. So this one was, if this one was 25, so let's do it 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and 30. Let's do all of these already. 30, 31, and then 32. I'm almost there. 32, and then on the relay side I should start on 87. So great. 87, now 88, 89, 90, 91, 92. No, it should be the, not the nectar, but it should be the relay. 92, 93, 94. Yeah, it's all organized. So now what do I got? I got a visual mixing matrix. Let me switch off all of these things that I don't want. I have a visual mixing matrix that has the relays, like you see the relays start here. The relays are the big bosses or the final outputs to the console. So I have drums, all the individual outputs to the console, and I have the master here in the relay too. I can see it on its own. So now I have the kick, the snare, I can start seeing them. Hi-hat, overheads, overheads, room. I just want to show you what's going to happen next. Okay, so now let's say that I want to position the percussions here, and the other percussions, I want to position them here, or maybe here or here. And so we're going to start making a absolutely visual representation of our mix. Like, okay, we want the rim shots to be here, but we want the snare electronics to be here, and then we want the other snare to be here, kind of, and we want the bass to stay here but be smaller than etc. So now I'm gonna reset everything. I was just explaining what the hell I was doing now, because I know it's a bit boring, but it's part of my modern mixing way of working, you know. And the second thing I want to say is that nowadays I start everything from the vocals. So we will start listening to the vocals up, you know, so we will do it from top to bottom, like we say in the industry. And I'm gonna hear your reference for a bit. Let me send it to output 3132. So let's have a look. Actually, because I can get a copyright strike or something, I'm gonna hear it myself without sending it to the... Okay, great. I heard the reference. I have a bit of an idea of what's going on there, and now I'm just gonna have a look.
I'm knocking at your door, just like all the time before.
Oh yeah, I need to put the vocals in the right place. Right now they're in the middle of nowhere. Great. So I just want to see kind of a general picture of the gain and to see if I got all the elements. So let's see what's going on here. Great. Just having a listen, like a general listen. My dog is getting impatient. Great, and we're gonna have a great time mixing this. It's gonna be a big job, but let's start it right away. So I'm gonna start just working on the vocals. If you feel anything about what I'm doing, just say it, okay? Nowadays I start from the vocals downwards, so let's go. Okay, so what I'm gonna be doing is start already thinking about panorama, processing. Sorry, my dog is just really desperate to go upstairs, but she will wake up the baby. Let me just show you, my dog is there. She will wake up the baby if she goes upstairs, so alright, so yo Coco, come on, be calm. We have to chill. Come here. Here guys. My dog came a bit closer to us. Hey Coco, Coco, Coco. Coco, спокойно. You gotta calm down, Coco. Да? Давай. Коко. Нет, Коко, успокойся, успокойся. You will wake up serious. Давай. Alright, so we carry on working. So I'm gonna make this track in act. This is my own vocals. Let me just... I'm gonna mute it so my dog doesn't bother you.
Не знаю. Завтра не знаю, как тебе сказать.
Okay, nowadays my strategy for when I have my dog is still going crazy. Nowadays my strategy when I have like digitally feeling guitars, vocals recorded at home or something like that. Sorry guys. So yo Coco, пожалуйста, спокойся. Coco, take it easy, okay? Take it easy, Coco. I'm working right now. So when I have this kind of like digitally recorded, not so great sound card vocals, I'm just using Universal Audio. My dog is gonna drive me crazy. Universal Audio Neve preamps, like the Neve, for example, 1081. Yeah, and just like work it out a bit like as if I would have recorded it myself through an preamp.
Не знаю, как тебе сказать, между нами стало пропадать. И сейчас мы лежим вдвоем, завтра друг друга не найдем, но пока между нами есть. Не знаю, как тебе сказать, между нами стало пропадать. И сейчас мы лежим вдвоем, завтра друг друга не найдем, но пока между нами есть в этом смысл есть. Давай повторим сейчас, только как в последний раз. Не знаю, как тебе сказать, между нами стало пропадать. И сейчас мы лежим вдвоем, завтра друг друга не найдем, но пока между нами есть в этом смысл есть. Давай повторим сейчас, только как последний. And so I'm knocking at your door, just like all the time before. Just simple in and out. That's what this is all about. Как-то раньше не понимал. Не знаю, как тебе сказать, между нами стало пропадать. И сейчас мы лежим вдвоем, завтра друг друга не найдем. Не знаю, как тебе сказать, между нами стало пропадать. И сейчас мы лежим вдвоем, завтра друг друга не найдем, но пока между нами есть в этом смысл есть. Давай повторим сейчас, только как последний. Не знаю, как тебе сказать, между нами стало пропадать. И сейчас мы лежим вдвоем, завтра друг друга не найдем, но пока между нами есть в этом смысл есть. Давай повторим сейчас, только как последний. Не знаю, как тебе сказать, между нами стало пропадать. И сейчас мы лежим вдвоем, завтра не знаю, как тебе сказать, между нами стало пропадать. И сейчас мы лежим вдвоем, завтра друг друга не найдем. Не знаю, как тебе сказать, между нами стало пропадать. И сейчас мы лежим вдвоем, завтра друг друга не найдем. Не знаю, как тебе сказать, между нами стало пропадать. И сейчас мы лежим вдвоем, Завтра друг друга не найдем, но пока между нами есть в этом и смысл есть. Давай повторим сейчас только как последний раз. Не знаю, как тебе сказать, между нами стало пропадать. И сейчас мы лежим вдвоем, завтра друг друга не найдем, но пока между нами есть в этом и смысл есть. Давай повторим сейчас только как последний раз. And so I'm knocking at your door, just like else in time before. Just simple in and out, that's what this is all about. Как-то раньше не понимал. Не знаю, как тебе сказать, между нами стало пропадать. И сейчас мы лежим вдвоем, завтра друг друга не найдем, но пока между нами есть в этом и смысл есть. Давай повторим сейчас только как последний раз. And so I'm knocking at your door, just like else in time before. Just simple in and out, последний раз. And so I'm knocking at your door, just like else in time before. Just simple in and out, that's what this is all about. Как-то раньше не понимал. Knock, knock, no one's there. Knock, 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 no one's there. Knock, knock, no one's there. Knock, 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 no one's there. Knock, knock, no one's there. Knock, 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 no one's there. Knock, knock. No one's there, knock, knock, knock. No one's there. Knock, knock, knock. No one's there, knock, knock. No one's there, knock, knock, knock. No one's there, knock, knock. No one's there. now and there, knock, knock, now and there, knock, 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 now and there, knock, knock, now and there, knock, 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 now and there. Knock, knock, now and there, knock, 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 now and there, knock, knock, now and there, knock, 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 now and there, knock, 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 now and there, knock, knock, now and there, knock, 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 now and there, knock, knock, now and there, knock, 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 now and there, knock, knock, now and there, knock, 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 now and there. Now, now and there, knock, 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 now and there, knock, knock, now and there, knock, knock, knock.
So let's add a supporting instrument to the vocals, just to start orienting myself.
Now,
So piano processing chain I'm doing there. Pultec EQP 1A. Everywhere. Neutrons acting as a channel strip. Doing several actions there. Sculptor, it's like a multiband compressor, distortion thing, equalizer, compressor, and exciter. And I just run the AI so it helps me, and then I'll tweak it to what I like. And then vintage verb, just adding a bit of ambience. Alright, just writing to a dear friend. There, so let's carry on. I'm doing pianos. So I'm doing pianos now, ambience. So let's see, where am I? I'm here.
And so at your door, just like ocean time before, just simple and
okay, so yeah, let's carry on. And so I was talking about my piano processing chain. So what do I got? The EQP, the neutron. I think that I want to make it less aggressive, everything here. Yeah, maybe this is okay. The exciter can be turned down. So what's next? Let's see how the other pianos work and put them in the panorama already. Great. Glitchy pianos. So let's grab the automation. Actually, let's go to the visual matrix. It's gonna be faster. Piano left. Let's switch off all the vocals so I don't need to... Well, no, maybe it's cool to see them, to see what am I gonna put where. So, piano right, piano end. So where is my piano? Aha, here it is, okay. So let's now expand this. Let's now expand this. So what's up? Where are we? Let's go back here. Yeah. Okay. I guess that this guy can go up here now. So let's see the equalization of it as such. Drop here a Pro Q3. Oh, it's such a nice sound. Clean a little bit. Clean a little bit and so focusing on the pianos here. Let's copy this. Well, no, this is more for this glitchy piano. Let's add an ambience to both. Put this like that so I can solo. Yeah, let me just grab the pianos here. Yeah, I wanted to put a tape machine at the end of my processing of the pianos, so okay, let's start thinking about vocals and piano. 1 second.
Как тебе сказать, между нами стало пропадать, и сейчас мы лежим вдвоем, завтра друг друга не найдем, но пока не знаю, как тебе сказать, между нами стало пропадать, и сейчас знаю, как тебе сказать, между нами стало пропадать, и сейчас мы лежим вдвоем, завтра друг друга не найдем, но пока между не знаю, как тебе сказать, между нами стало пропадать, и сейчас мы лежим вдвоем, завтра друг друга не найдем, но пока между нами есть в этом смысл есть. Давай повторим сейчас только как последний. And so I'm knocking at your door, just like als een tuingevoel. Dat simpel in en out. I'm knocking at your door, just like als een tuingevoel. Dat simpel in en out. That's what только как последний. And so I'm knocking at your door, just like als een tuingevoel. Dat simpel in en out. That's what this is all about. Как-то раньше не понимал. I'm knocking at your door, just like als een tuingevoel. Dat simpel in en out. That's what this is all about. Как-то раньше не понимал. Только как последний. And so I'm knocking at your door, just like als een tuingevoel. Dat simpel in en out. That's what this is all about. Как-то раньше не понимал. Не знаю, как тебе сказать. Между нами стало пропадать. И сейчас мы лежим вдвоем. Завтра друг друга не найдем. Но пока между нами есть в этом смысл. Давай повторим сейчас только как последний. And so I'm knocking at your door, just like als een tuingevoel. Dat simpel in en out. That's what this is all about. Как-то раньше не понимал. And so I'm knocking at your door, just like als een tuingevoel. Dat simpel in en out. That's what this is all about. Как-то раньше не понимал. No
So I'm making the vocals more bright and clear, and I was fighting with some distortion on the piano that I created with my own processing, so I was just fixing that out. And now I'm just making the vocals a bit more open. Ah, by the way, I forgot to copy this. This is gonna make a big difference. Wait. Let's go to another moment.
Не знаю, как тебе сказать, между нами стало пропадать. И сейчас мы лежим вдвоем, завтра друг друга не найдем. Но пока между нами есть в этом
those vocals a bit, so I know that they're supposed to be like muffled a bit, but I think we can open them a touch. So let's go here.
I'm knocking at your door, just like ocean.
So let's see where the box mumble falls.
That's what this is all about. Как-то раньше не понимал. Давай повторим сейчас, только как последний. I'm knocking at your door, just like ocean time before, I'm knocking at your door, just like ocean time before, what this is all about. Как-то раньше не понимал. That's what this is all about. Как-то раньше не понимал. What this is all about. Как-то раньше не понимал. That's what this is all about. Как-то раньше не понимал. This is all about. Как-то раньше не.
Let's watch, like, I love how the automation looks in the visual mixer. Let's see.
That's what this is all about. Как-то раньше не понимал.
I think I'm gonna do it less extreme. That move, yeah, it should be less extreme. It should be just like to counteract the fact that now we leave one of the channels.
That's what this is all about. Как-то раньше не понимал.
yeah, administers better the energy there. So this Vox backward, I'm going to add some crystallizer to it, and also some, let me just run my vocal processing here. So for that I need this Neve 1081 that I put everywhere, which is kind of like my search for improvement to the bad sound card-ish sound of the vocals.
Не знаю, как тебе сказать, между нами стало попадать, и сейчас мы лежим вдвоем. Завтра друг друга не найду, но пока между нами есть в этом смысл есть. Давай повторим сейчас, только как последний. I'm knocking at your door, just like all the time before. Just simple and all. That's what this is all about. Как-то раньше не понимал.
All right, so let's carry on. So I wanted to add some cool reverb here. Man, I'm so in love with my Valhalla. It's so amazing. I'm so happy I bought it finally. It makes everything different.
Knocking at your door, just like all the time before. Just simple and all. That's what I'm knocking at your door, just like all the time before. Just simple and all. That's what this is all about. Как-то раньше не понял. I'm knocking at your door, just like all the time before. Just simple and all. That's what this is all about.
Let's load our crystallizer there with backwards work.
I'm knocking at your door, just like all the This is all about. Как-то раньше не понимал.
Okay. Okay, great. Great. I just got a nice tip online. So I guess it's I received a great tip from my good friend Dexter, which is online. So I guess that it's gonna be natural phase mode here. Great. Thanks for that. It's early on in the project, so I'm gonna do it right now for this, like right away, like now that I have it here. Yeah, good point. Awesome. Natural phase. Great. Yeah, I haven't added so many Pro Q trees, so I just got that recommendation there, like instead of working on zero latency, work on natural phase mode. Good point. Great. So let's move them all right away and try it in this mix. Thanks Dexter, that's awesome that you recommended me that. So I can just go here, box mumble, box back, and box кусочек. Great. That's gonna make it better. So let's start adding other elements. I'm gonna go now to the guitars, acoustic guitars. Well, AI giving me some help there. Great. Let's see what's up with my EQ here. Yep, let's try that. Could be less. Let's just grab let's start seeing some synths here. Okay, so let's send our pad to this.
I'm knocking at your door, just like ocean time before. Doesn't float in out. That's what this is all about. Как-то раньше не понимал.
Ай.
А что ты хочешь?
Гулять, бегать.
It's like the worst way to end your stream, да?
No, it's okay.
Okay, we can go upstairs.
No, it's fine.
Читочка, тут холодно. It's very cold here. Очень холодно на полу. Встань на ковер тогда, на ковер встань. Хорошо? На ковер, встань на ковер.
Сириус, хочешь послушать? Слушать.
Смотри, тебя Коко облизывает.
Yeah, so we have visitors.
Да. Нет, детён, пойдем с тобой. Коку ты
So
папе принес? Коку.
I will mute the mic so I can continue mixing here a bit. Anyways, I'm going to have to go now. Like, I think, actually, I'm gonna close the stream now. Like, I have to focus on my family a bit. I wanted to get this like in the basic setup. Maybe when I come back later, I'll mix a bit or I'll continue tomorrow. But I have like a very big progress already with a lot of elements here, and it's been 2 hours. So much love to everybody, and I'll see you soon, Raccoon. Actually, before I go, I'm gonna record what I have for now, actually. I think it's the most useful thing, so I can get like some sort of benchmark for later. So stick around. I'm gonna extend here the Neve in the streaming side, and I'm just gonna mute the mic, and you are gonna be able to hear what I got now, which will be an a cappella version with piano and acoustic guitars only, because that's what I have mixed so far. So yeah, let's do it. All right, I gotta go for now. I'm gonna go out with my family and I'll be back later to work more on the song. So I have here a first, you know, just a general draft of what's going on, and just of vocals and synths, well, and some of the synths and the pianos and the acoustic guitar, and later I will carry on. So thank you for joining. Much love and forces to everybody. See you later, alligator.